Published 2040 Eastern Standard Time, the 3rd of February 2019, updated 8:08 Eastern Standard Time, the 4th of February 2019. Donald and Melania Trump touched down in Washington, D.C. on Sunday night along with son Barron, having flown to Mar-a-Lago to watch the Patriots and Rams face off in Super Bowl 53. The president flew from Florida to Maryland aboard Air Force One before disembarking and boarding Marine One, which then took him to the White House. Trump appeared somber as he waved to photographers while crossing the White House lawn, following a game which failed to live up to the hype. Tom Brady won his sixth Super Bowl as the New England Patriots sealed a 13-3 win over the LA Rams in the lowest-scoring event of the sport's history. President Trump, First Lady Melania and their son Barron arrived back at the White House on Sunday following the Super Bowl. The Trumps flew from Mar-a-Lago, where they hosted a watch party, to Maryland aboard Air Force One, before disembarking and making their way onto Marine One, which flew them to the White House. President Trump and his son arrived at Andrews Air Force Base, in Maryland. Aboard Air Force One, President Trump waved to photographers as he crossed the White House lawn. Late on Sunday, the family looked downbeat as they crossed the lawn, following a Super Bowl which failed to live up to expectations. Trump and his wife had earlier greeted cheerleaders as the couple hosted a Super Bowl watch party for the third year in a row. The Florida Atlantic University Marching Band also serenaded the President and First Lady with tunes including Hail to the Chief. The president posed for pictures with the team, making small talk and shaking hands with them after they performed, taking center stage at his Mar-a-Lago resort while the First Lady looked on from a distance. Mr. Trump introduced himself to a line of pom-pom clutching performers clad in cheerleading costumes. Trump told CBS News that 700 people come to his party. "I usually have a group of people, and they get bigger and bigger and more people wanted to be there," he said, "and now I end up with about 700 people for a Super Bowl. And believe it or not, they're a lot of friends. But we have a good time. Oftentimes I leave a little bit early. Not all the games are great, but I do tend to leave a little bit early, and I think I probably will in this case too, because it's good to get up in the air so we don't affect the flights back to Washington and other places," he said in an interview that aired on Sunday on CBS. Trump predicted the New England Patriots would beat the Los Angeles Rams. "They have a very special owner and coach, and certainly they have, I guess, the greatest quarterback of all time. So, I would say they would win. As the expression goes, who knows? I hope it's a great game," he said. The president also said he thinks the winning team will come to the White House. Trump, who is friends with New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft and quarterback Tom Brady, is known to be a fan of the Patriots. Donald Trump joins the Florida Atlantic University Marching Band cheerleaders at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach upon arrival for a Super Bowl party. Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump applaud as they view the Florida Atlantic University Marching Band and cheerleaders play and perform. It's the third year in a row the president has hosted a watch party for the game at his Florida golf club. The president made some strange faces as he gyrated along to the music performed by the band, while Melania looked on. Last year's champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, were uninvited by the president after several players refused to attend the White House ceremony in solidarity with their players who kneeled during the national anthem to protest violence against African Americans. "I think so. I think that, the Patriots were here last time they won. And we just had Clemson, which was incredible. That was just a few weeks ago. That was very recently, and they had an incredible game. And I don't even know if it was a surprise. They were a fantastic team. So was Alabama. But they were invited and they came, and people love to come. People love to come to the White House. So the Patriots were here 2 years ago and I'm sure they'll be back," he said. Taking center stage at his Mar-a-Lago resort while the First Lady looked on from a distance, Mr. Trump introduced himself to a line of pom-pom clutching performers clad in cheerleading costumes. This is the third year in a row that cheerleaders have come to entertain the president on Super Bowl Sunday. The president made small talk with the cheerleading squad before they performed for the first couple at the Trump International Golf Club in Florida, where the pair hosted a Super Bowl party. Trump said that there would be around 800 people attending their Super Bowl party at the venue, but would leave early. A marching band played Hail to the Chief as the President and First Lady arrived. Then it was time for the cheerleaders. Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump watched the Florida Atlantic University marching band. The president was all smiles as he stood next to the group of cheerleaders who waved their pom-poms in excitement. Earlier in the day, Trump, who is an NFL fan, revealed he wouldn't encourage son Barron towards playing football, saying it's a dangerous sport. Appearing on CBS Face the Nation ahead of the Super Bowl, he said that the game of football is really tough. He says the equipment, including helmets, has improved, but it hasn't solved the problem. Trump thinks the NFL is a great product. But as for Barron playing, the president calls it a very tough question. A presidential interview given on the day of the Super Bowl has been a recent tradition that began with George W. Bush, but President Trump did not participate last year. The wide-ranging interview, what had been pre-recorded, covered everything from the government shutdown to North Korea and was Trump's first sit-down since the end of the shutdown. The teenagers appeared to enjoy the experience and were all smiles as the president charmed them with his small talk. President Donald Trump gestures to join First Lady Melania Trump after greeting the Florida Atlantic University marching band. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump view the Florida Atlantic University marching band and cheerleaders play and perform at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida, as they arrive for a Super Bowl party.